Hey folks, old Brad coming back at you here. This video isn't about specific type or specific caliber of firearm. We're not even talking about firearm testing. We're not even talking about firearms use. We're talking about semantics, kids. Today's lesson is in semantics. For those of you that don't know what that word is, Google. Now, normally I don't feel compelled to respond to commentators who leave comments on video comment sections, unless it's just a hey thanks or stopping by or something like that. I very rarely, if ever, feel compelled to respond via film. Okay, I just don't feel it necessary. But there are times when you just feel compelled to say, hey, look, you can't call me that. You can't talk that way and try to enforce your semantic logic on someone who knows better than you do. All right? I'm going to put a link to a video I did about a year ago. Winchester Model 12. The first video in a series of 3. It might be 4. But I'm going to put it in there so that you can actually go to this video and then go to the comment section and kind of get a little of a feel for this. I don't know what to call him. All right. Listen up, kiddos, because we've got this little diatribe going on about semantics and what is or what is not a weapon. Now, this individual started out with one channel name and then continues with a different channel name. You go to his channel, he's got 0 content, 0 playlists. He's just got a YouTube account so he can leave comments on people's videos in their comment sections and try to get himself some attention on the productions of people more creative than himself and obviously smarter. But he left a comment at the start of this thread between he and I and 12 other people. When I speak about the shotgun in this video, like I do in all my videos, I'm referring to this weapon, I'm calling it a weapon because that's the word I am so used to using anytime I speak about a firearm. There are many different words you can use to describe a pistol or a shotgun or a rifle or a firearm. And weapon is definitely one of them, and I have proof positive evidence to that fact. But he chimes in and just leaves me this little comment, very authoritative. It's a firearms, arms as in plural. It's one thing. It's a firearm. Yes, it is. I'll agree, it's a firearm. It's also a shotgun. It's also a weapon. And if you want to call it a tool, fine. Or a shotgun, not a weapon. Beg to differ, it is a weapon. And my response was capital letters W, T, and an asterisk, comma, are you psychotic? Question mark. He chimes back to me. I own, from a different channel name, I own 11 firearms. They are never used as weapons, comma, yet. Is that a threat? Ooh. Winchester Model 97 and Model 12 are my favorite. Well, that's where you should have put the fucking S after favorite, as in favorites, because the 97 and the 12 are 2 different platforms. I mean, they're very close to one another in their operational paradigm, but one's got an external hammer, one doesn't. Anyone that calls them weapons is a loony, shady derelict. You don't know me well enough to get to call me those names. Now, some other people, like 12 or 13, chimed in on this little verbal semantic battle. Some on his side, some on my side, and some in the middle. They must be Ohioans or something, I don't know. I won't bother to go in depth on them because, like I said, that explains that. Then he chimes back to him, again from his alternate ego channel. And the way he speaks and leaves these comments, I'm saying this word for word. It's really strange. I am a carpenter by trade, period. I need to drive a nail in a board, period. Let me go get my weapon, period. Parentheses, hammer. Okay. Now you're just getting silly. Now, son, do you get my point? They are both just tools. Savvy? I savvy a hell of a lot more than you think I do. So, then he has to bump right back. Exactly. Try going into a gun shop and ask to see their weapons. They will escort you out immediately. I don't think so, not around here. They'll ask you which weapons you want to see. The sharp ones, the pointy ones, the loud ones, the quiet ones, the ones in the back we don't show everybody. Simple as that. Really, it's that fucking simple. No, I know what's simple. And some more people chime in, and then he comes back to me. I attended a quote-unquote gun show this past weekend, not a weapons show. If you attended a gun show, you attended a weapons show. But they use the word gun show because gun is 3 letters and weapons is a hell of a lot longer and it costs more money to put on the banner. But I had to chime back. And unless I missed my guess, not only did you see guns, but you saw weapons as well. People like you make my brain hurt. And you do. Well, then he had to chime back. Then I went to a hardware store and asked to see their selection of hammers. The sales clerk could have directed me to the weapons department. Son, salient point 1A. We'll come back to that. Let's stick a pin in that and we'll circle back. You are clearly missing my point. No, I'm not missing your point. You're stuck on semantics, and you insist that everyone use yours and no one else's. I own 11 firearms. Ooh, whoopee. My brother has 40 plus. His son has 30 plus. Okay, your brother's got 40, his son, your nephew has 30, and you own 11. Aren't you feeling kind of like the short-peckered fella in the group? Okay. I have never heard any of them call them weapons. So is your brother and your nephew, are they the ones in charge of defining glossary terms for dictionaries and other legal documents? I don't think so. I don't think their name is Webster or Oxford. They are tools, just like a hammer, machete, and 2x4. Well, yes, a hammer is a tool. A machete can be a tool. It could also be a weapon. 2x4, that's kind of getting pretty close to the line there. I'd call a 2x4 lumber. It could be a tool if you were using it as part of a rudimentary fulcrum or as a lever or something, I guess. But basically, to be technically correct, a 2x4 is just a piece of lumber. Savvy? Okay. He likes to bandy the word savvy about quite a bit. Yeah, savvy. Salient point 2A. Allow me to elucidate you, sir, on use of the word weapon in proper legalese. I will quote from the Bible. I work in the industry of jurisprudence in the courthouse, and allow me to expand upon that. Oklahoma statute, Title 21, Section 645, which states, and I quote, every person who, comma, with intent to do bodily harm without justifiable or excusable cause, comma, commits any assault, comma, battery, comma, or assault and battery upon the person of another with any sharp or dangerous weapon, comma, or who, without such cause, shoots at another, comma, with any kind of firearm, air gun, or conductive energy weapon or other means whatever, with intent to injure any person, although without the intent to kill such person or to commit any felony upon conviction, is guilty of a felony, punishable by imprisonment in the state penitentiary not exceeding 10 years or by imprisonment in a county jail not to exceed 1 year. It's in the Bible, John. It's in the Bible, and Oklahoma statutes in title are my Bible. I use them every day. A firearm, whether it's a pistol, a shotgun, a rifle, an air gun, is a weapon. Period. By state law definition. Now, allow me to come back to salient points 1 and 2A. I'll keep this short and sweet. Paul Harrell style. 1, I ain't your fucking son. 2, you can take savvy and stick it straight up your blowhole. Thus endeth the lesson.